Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I haven't done something like this in a really long time, and honestly it's just because it takes a while to edit, but I'm going to pull through for you guys because today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a really simple, easy Thanksgiving Day glam using a few new makeup items, and most of them just so happen to be items that I got in the boxycharm boxes that I personally purchased because I still have my boxycharm box. I don't think I've ever actually sat here and just did like a talk through get ready with me video in such a long time. Like honestly, I don't think I've ever done one on my channel, and mostly because I do like watching those type of videos. Like I watch them like during whenever I'm getting ready and stuff like that. I don't know how many of you guys watch videos whenever you get ready, but that's something that I definitely like doing. So anyways, I am just right now cleansing my face with a little micellar water. This is the Tarte Micellar Magic Water and a little cotton pad from Ulta. I will tell you guys that that is like one of my keys for keeping my skin clear and like not getting acne during this time. That and also making sure that I grab a new fresh mask too. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long either, just because my camera is kind of dying a little bit. I always cleanse. As you guys can see, I have this ginormous pimple right here that she came like 2 days ago. I don't know if she's hormonal or if that's from like not cleaning my face right. I don't know. But anyways, I'm taking this Volition Snow Mushroom Water Serum that I got in my base box from BoxyCharm. This serum is really nice. It really plumps your skin and minimizes the appearance of and I'm really focusing it on my forehead here because I feel like my forehead just gets so dry. And then I'm going to grab this moisturizer from Grown Alchemist. This is the Detox Night Cream. I know it's daytime, as you guys can obviously see from my windows. I got this in my premium box and I've been loving this. I have been using this for probably like a week or two, and I just feel like it really like hydrates my skin really well. I know it's technically for nighttime, but I have been, which I usually do use, but I'm just using it for today's video. And the only reason why they say to use it for nighttime is because this is a detoxifying detoxifying cream that is gonna have that's peptides, vitamins, hyaluronic acid, and essential omega fatties. It's gonna detox and regenerate the skin, reducing the appearance of lines, wrinkles, and resulting in radiant, youthful skin. And this guy retails for $125. Which is insane. I actually did purchase 2 more of these during BoxyCharm's pop-up sale because they were on sale. I think it was like 2 for $9, which is like amazing considering the fact that one of these is $125. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Gimme Brow. This was my choice item for my base box. I think I got mine in the shade 4, which you actually got to pick out which color you wanted, which is really cool. And I think this retails for $24, and it's also the first time that we're seeing benefit in BoxyCharm. I don't want to make this just a BoxyCharm video because I do have other new makeup too that I'm going to probably share, but you know, I have a base and a premium box and most of my makeup is going to come from in there. So that is why this might seem like it's a BoxyCharm video without really being one. Let me know what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people aren't doing what they usually do. I'm using this $1 Billion Brow Micro Blade Effect Brow Pen in the shade Taupe. Are you guys going out of town? I know some people still are going out of town. Are you guys staying local? Are you staying home? So I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm so sad that this isn't on sale for Black Friday. At least I didn't see it being on sale. If it is and you guys know that this is on sale, let me know because this guy needs to be replaced. There's still a little bit in here, but it's just so old. I don't even know. I think I got this one last year maybe, or maybe even 2 years ago. Let's be really honest. I haven't worn that much makeup, which is why I feel like I haven't been posting as much. And like just having the time to do it, it's really hard. Like I feel really bad because I feel like I've kind of let you guys down when it comes to like posting and whatnot, and it's just really hard. I have a job and other things going on in life. All right, so then we also got this eyeshadow palette from, I think this was actually my choice item from my BoxyCharm premium box. This is the Illamasqua Unveiled Artistry palette. I don't know, I had the choice between this and I think the Smashbox powder, and I didn't want another face powder, so I just picked up this palette because I wanted to try Illamasqua palette or eyeshadows. I've never tried them before, and it just looked really pretty, and I felt like it was going to be perfect for Thanksgiving. It has a really good mirror too, really great packaging, and I think it retails for like $50. So you get 6 shimmers and 6 mattes. I love how they broke them up with shimmers and matte. Kind of reminds me of the Lorac Pro palette a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a little transition shade and put that in my crease. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy, you know, because again, I am doing a Thanksgiving inspired makeup look that you guys could totally recreate with whatever makeup items you guys have. If this is the palette that you have at home, or if you have something else that you want to use that's similar, you can even use different colors in just the same technique. And I just need to say that these eyeshadows are so pigmented because I was not expecting all that color payoff from that little brown shade right there, because you guys can kind of see, I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit, hold on. So you guys can kind of see what we have going on there. I feel like that is really pigmented for this shade right here. My Morphe M433 brush, can never go wrong with it. Use a little bit of this brown shade. Again, this is gonna be a really easy look, nothing too crazy, because my camera's also getting ready to die. I totally forgot to charge it, which I always do that. Like, I'll film a video and then I forget to like charge my camera whenever it dies, and I don't want to film this on my phone. These are blending in so nicely. Flat shader brush, and we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to use one of these gold shades here because I have this other eyeshadow too. I actually got the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette too that's in my other boxycharm video. I got that one in my base box, so I'm obviously not going to be using that today. But I feel like if you get this eyeshadow palette and you get that Natasha Denona palette, like, you basically have the same eyeshadow palette twice. Which, now that I'm looking at this eye look that I'm creating, it kind of reminds me of that eye look. But I feel like this is just like a really good standard like makeup look for Thanksgiving, any occasion. And I don't know if you guys are the type of people that like go all out for Thanksgiving, or if you're more of that type of person that like keeps it really simple. So this is the Dose of Colors Jackpot Block Party eyeshadow, and it's actually like an olive green black color. Has a little mirror in it too, but it's all foggy, so I'm just going to use the Illamasqua one. I'm just going to put that like right in between. I honestly don't know what I'm doing half the time. Sometimes I just like slap on color and pray for the best, really, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. I am definitely feeling this though. Gives you a nice little pop of color. I am using the Alameda Cosmetics Pigment Packer brush, so that's probably why this is looking so nice and intense. Definitely like changing the vibe here, so it doesn't look so much like the last look that I created. It's definitely really fall-y, you know, like we have like the little gold into the green into the brown. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eyes off camera then I'll be back. So I went ahead and just did 1/2 of my face makeup instead of just finishing off my eyes, because I really wanted to share with you guys my face routine that I've been doing lately, and because I also wanted to share with you guys an eye product too. Grab a little bit of this color corrector from this brand called Jekka Black. This came in my BoxyCharm base box. It does retail, I think, for $15, and I really like it. It's in the shade, it's just a liquid corrector. It says liquid corrector 2.0 is what it says. It's gonna help for like under eye darkness, which is something that I already like really enjoy, is like correcting my under eyes and really like correcting this area here, because even though it doesn't look super dark, but sometimes like certain makeup will tend to make me look like I have like a mustache. So I always make sure I put some there, you know, just to kind of contrast that dark area right in here. And it's really common for people, women of color, to get that like dark little area. And the reason why I really like this corrector is because I like how thin it is. It's super sheer, so it's not gonna really like be super intensely like, oh my gosh, you have an orange corrector underneath your eyes. And it's kind of like a darker peach too, which I like, because sometimes the lighter peaches can actually make me look ashier. But the only thing I hate about it is the applicator, because sometimes if you squeeze out too much while it's on your eye, you'll squeeze out just far too much. So I recommend squeezing it out and then putting it on your eye. So you guys can see it like just blends out and doesn't really look like you have like corrector or anything like that. And the reason I really like that look is because it just is going to make your makeup still look really nice. And if you're wearing like a medium coverage or a sheer coverage concealer, it's not going to like, you're not going to have to use that much to like cover up the orange. So then I'm just using the Dose of Colors concealer. I think I got this in my box last month, if I'm not mistaken. And I usually like, so I know the little triangle was like really popular, but I've stopped doing that and I just kind of do like one line here, one line here. I cover up my nose because I get a lot of redness there. Sometimes I'll do like a line here, and then sometimes like if my eyebrow needs to be cleaned up, which this one doesn't, this one did need to be cleaned up, so I did clean that one up just to make it look like that one. Or like if this area here, my eyebrow needs to be cleaned up, sometimes I'll like put a little like dash right there. And that's pretty much it. So I'm not using that much concealer. And if I ever have like any areas, like I had this little pimple right here, which we tried covering her up as much as possible, I'll like usually put a lot of concealer on that. So I try not to use too much concealer because I don't feel like you need to use that much concealer. I feel like the trend for so long was using like a crap ton of concealer to cover up all your flaws and imperfections. But honestly, at the end of the day, it just makes you look super cakey. So I feel like a technique is really important, and I've been into that like very effortless glam. So I always put a little bit right in here, and I always make sure to like conceal the inside of my eye right here, because that's just going to brighten you up and get rid of any darkness that might be here. And then I also blend this up right here to kind of clean up our concealer. I mean our eyeliner if we have any, or just to like elongate the eyes. I also put some underneath the eyes there, and then I blend it down. And I am just using a synthetic like blending brush for eye makeup technically. This one is a Luxie Tapered Blending 205 brush. I've mentioned that I don't really like these brushes for eyeshadows, but for like concealer and stuff like that, or face makeup, I feel like it's great. Because it'll just gently buff away anything. And then I'm just taking that concealer that we put by our nose and covering up all that nose area right there to kind of make my nose not look so red. And then I'm just gonna conceal right around my mouth right here. And I always go downwards because I still do have like some peach fuzz. So if you go up and down, you're gonna just put like, make the concealer like latch onto your hairs and it'll be more noticeable. So it's kind of like a little tip. And then if I need it anywhere else, I just kind of rub the excess there. So then what I'm going to use for my foundation is the Glossier Skin Tint. I have rediscovered this and I really am liking this. I have the shade G6, which I feel like matches me really nicely. And with this, if you go a little too light or a little too dark, I don't feel like it's too noticeable because it is super duper sheer. But what I've been doing is adding a few more extra drops than like what I was doing before. I think before I was doing 3 drops for my whole face. Now I'm doing like basically 3 drops per each side. So I'm taking this small stippling brush from Morphe. I feel like this is the key. It's taking a really small stippling brush and just stippling it on your face in the areas that you want it. And this is going to give you the best coverage. It still is going to be really sheer, so that's why it's important to like conceal first and then apply this. This is just going to be more of like a perfector. So you're going to use the concealer to correct and like get rid of anything that you don't want. And then this is just going to kind of perfect your skin tone and even things out just a little tiny bit without it looking too cakey or heavy. Then I'm using the Wilder in the shade G5 to G7. I'm using this Moda brush. I love this brush for this powder. I feel like they're a match made in heaven. And I'm just taking a little bit of that. A little bit of this goes a really long way. I've had this for a while and I use this all the time. And I feel like this is just going to add a little bit extra coverage without being too cakey or heavy. Putting some on my forehead too, just because even though I do have a drier forehead, it still does get really oily. And setting everything. So you guys can see the difference. Obviously here I still have my whole entire face makeup is on. Here we just have our skin that's looking nice and perfected. Then I'm taking the Alamad bronzing complexion brush, and I'm taking this palette here from Pure. This came in my premium box. This is the 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Powder. We have a translucent powder, bronzer, blush, and highlighter, and I did get the medium tan one. We're taking the ColourPop F32 brush. I like the shade of the translucent powder, but for all over the face, I don't like it. And I feel like if you apply too much of it, it can get kind of cakey. It is kind of drying, so you do want to be really careful with it. But I just like the shade that this is, because even though it is like a banana yellow shade, I don't know if you can see it that well, it is a banana yellow shade, but I feel like it's a deeper banana yellow shade, which kind of makes it look more natural underneath my eyes. Then I'm using the bronzer, and I'm going to go ahead and just take this brush. And what I've been doing is taking the long side or the short side and angling that like away from my face, and then the longer side is going here. So wherever I want the contour, if the contour I want it here, I'm actually going to put it a little higher, so right in here, and I'm just pressing that back towards my face like that. And that's how I've been contouring lately, and I just really like it. It looks really natural on my skin, and I just go back and forth, you know, instead of like dragging it down, I'm dragging it up. I just feel like that adds a nice lift to your face. And then also contouring my chin. And now that I have my makeup on completely, I can contour both sides. Then I'm going to do the same thing on my forehead, just kind of press it in, and making sure that right here in the temple that I'm applying some of that bronzer, so that it doesn't just like be a line and a line here and then like nothing here. Like that just can kind of connect everything and make it look a little more natural. And then what I've been doing to clean it up is taking some of that translucent powder and that brush from earlier and just like lightly cleaning up my contour a little bit here. And that just kind of is going to give you a little bit more of a chiseled effect and make sure that it doesn't like drag down too far. You guys can see how my cheek is nice and chiseled now, and it's really popping. I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose while I'm here. This is the medium angled shading brush, taking the same exact powder and just lightly contouring my nose with this brush. And what I've been doing to contour my nose is kind of like bringing this out some right here versus like going all the way around, because my nose is very like rounded here. So then I just take the brush and kind of create little angles, a little bit of lift right here, and blend everything inwards towards the nose. And I don't know, I just play around with my nose contour every now and then until I find something that I like. Sorry, my eyes water whenever like I'm filming sometimes because of the light. I'm taking some of that translucent powder and just blending out that nose contour so it's really nice and soft and defined. For blush, I'm going to take the Luxie Precision Foundation Brush. This is the 660, and I'm going to grab some of this blush shade here. And what I've been doing is using this small dense brush so that I have some control, and I kind of create a little circle on my cheek right here. So you can smile to kind of find your apple of your cheek. And then what I've been doing is kind of mixing that with also the old blush technique that I used to have, which was just wearing it at an angle kind of with my contour. And then I take the tip of this and I've been like just kind of adding a little bit right in here. And what that does is kind of give you a youthful little glow to your skin, putting a little bit on the bridge of my nose and a little tiny bit at the very tip of my nose. And then I make sure that it blends down nicely down here too, because this is just going to round out your cheek right here. And I tried doing that here, but you know, since I had the pimple there, I couldn't do it too much. And I always add a little bit extra blush just because blush tends to like wear out really easily. And just to like make sure that the blush really blends in nicely, I take that brush that we applied our powder with earlier and just like go on top of it, because that's going to soften up the blush so that's not so intense, and it's also just gonna make sure it all blends in. I'm taking the highlighter shade in this fan brush from Yas Glitter Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this on my cheeks, mostly because I can't find my highlighter brush that I usually use, and because I want like a really softened highlighted look, and I feel like this is going to give us that. It's just going to like dust it right on top of the cheekbone, and I kind of dust down, and then taking some of that and just applying it to the bridge of my nose really softly and gently, and then taking a little bit of it, putting it on the tip of my nose and on my cupid's bow. And then one more time, I'm taking that brush I'm blending everything in. I set my face with the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Setting Mist just because, again, it's getting colder, so I just want my face to stay nice and hydrated. Alright, let's go ahead and finish our eyes. Let me zoom you guys on in. I feel like I never show you guys my lower lash line or my lash technique, so I'm going to show you guys that today. So I'm going to go ahead and take that brown shade from earlier. I don't know what any of these shades are called because it came in a little film plastic thing and I can't find it. This is a Bogeshi eye shader brush. I absolutely love Bogeshi brushes. They're super, super soft, super luxurious, and I feel like they're so versatile. So I just go ahead and line my lower lash line with that, and it can be harsh. It doesn't have to be like super blended out yet. And I like this brush because it's like pretty much like a smudger brush, and I feel like smudger brushes kind of like define the eyes underneath without like making them look super intense. A blending brush, you can use whatever little blending brush you have. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Defined Diffuser brush, and I'm just going to use that shade that we put in the crease earlier and put it right underneath my lower lash line like so. And that's going to really diffuse this look and make it look nice and smoky. You can obviously skip this step, make it as smoky as you want. And I'm just taking a clean blending brush and I'm just going to go right on top of that, and that's just going to soften everything up, pick up any extra color and make it look a little softer. Then I'm taking a Morphe E36 brush and I'm going to take this shimmer color right here. I'm going to put that in my inner corner. You guys know, if you guys watch any of my videos or see any of my looks, I always do this. This is like my signature. I just kind of like define this little inner corner. I feel like it just makes your eyes look more awake, kind of completes the makeup look, you know, overall right there. And then I take a little bit of it and just kind of run it underneath my lower lash line, just because I feel like this kind of opens up the eyes some too and gives you that fresh, like woken up look. I'm going to take my Thrive Cosmetics mascara. This is my favorite mascara of all time. Makes your lashes look super, super long, and it also has like vitamins in it that help your actual eyelashes grow. Since me using this mascara, my eyelashes have grown so much. And the best thing about this mascara too is that it comes off so easily. Literally all you do is when you're in the shower with warm water, you can take it off. You just like wet it and it like comes out in little tubes. It almost looks like your eyelashes are falling out, but they're not. It's just the mascara is a tubing mascara. I don't know how they make this work. And this mascara lasts a really long time too, because I know it is kind of pricey. But I've had this tube probably for almost 6 months now. And it's time for me to replace it. I use it almost every single day. And when I first got a fresh bottle of it, I didn't like it because I felt like it was separating my lashes. But the longer you have it, the formula gets a little thicker, and I feel like it gives you more volume. And I really love it. So when I open up a fresh tube of this, I'm gonna like miss this tube because I've just been liking the formula that it's at right now. I feel like it's perfect. And honestly, I don't need to put on eyelashes, but I want to because I want to show you guys something. And I'm just putting a little tiny bit on my lower lash line. I feel like for a smoky eye, this really completes the look. But if you're not smoking out the eye, I feel like if you don't put mascara on, it's gonna give you that more wide awake look. See, I feel like it just kind of makes me look a little more sultry. I'm grabbing these Makeup Geek eyelashes in the style Graceful. These are some of my favorite eyelashes. I honestly picked them up at Target one day just because I saw them there and I was like, let me pick this up. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. This is the Kiss Lash Glue Liner. It's another item that I recently purchased and I just wanted to see how it worked. So this is the clear one. So you just put the line on and then you put your lashes on. We're going to see how easy this is because I love the Kiss Lash Glue. This one right here that comes in the little tube. But this is like an eyeliner. So I wanted to try it. So we're going to go ahead and line our eyes with it. I don't know if you put eyeliner on first and then the lash glue. I forget what the instructions say. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that eyeliner on, it is gonna dirty up the brush applicator. And I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing that I do with my lashes now, is I let the like lash glue dry for like a few seconds and then I put the lashes on. So I'm grabbing a pair of tweezers, grabbing the lashes right at the middle of the band, and go ahead and try it. Ooh, okay, this is working really well. The real trick is gonna be whether if it lasts all day or if it comes off easily. It seems like it sticks really well. I also did put those lashes in a little closer than I usually would like them to be. Then I'm just taking my tweezers and pressing my real lash with the tweezers. You can see the difference between lashes and no lashes. Crazy, right? So I'm gonna try this real quick. I just wanna see it. I'm kind of curious. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna take the lash glue, apply it on the eyelash, and see if we could apply it like this too. And the reason why you wanna let it get kind of tacky is because it just makes it easier to work with. It doesn't make it as slippery. And I always put mascara down first and then put on my lashes because the mascara almost creates like a little shelf. So I feel like it makes applying lashes a lot easier. So far it seems like this is also working in this method, but the other way was a lot easier and I felt like it was a little bit more secure. This is actually working really, really nice. I'm surprised. I feel like that was a lot easier and less messy. And all I did was just create a line. I didn't even like do a wing or anything. So I don't feel like you really need to be good at like doing eyeliner in order to do like the whole liner. Last item in our boxycharm box are these two lip liners from Real Her. We have the shade I Am Confident and the shade Be Yourself. I'll tell you guys that this eyelash definitely feels a lot more secure than this eyelash so far, but we're gonna see. We're gonna wear it out and see what happens, because I remember I liked the magnetic lashes until I started blinking, and then I was like, ooh, no, magnetic lashes, no, because it was just wearing off so easily. I also did put this like really, really close in my eyelash right here, or my lash line. I meant to put it out. Like a nice nude, and I feel like nude lip colors are perfect for Thanksgiving. You can do the like red if you want to, like the little pop of color, but when you're eating all day, nude is always a safe choice. Kind of reminds me of the MAC Pro Longwear, and honestly it's a really pretty color on its own. But I'm taking this Euro Trash lipstick from NYX. Honestly, I just grabbed a random lipstick, and I haven't used this one in a while, so I was like, let me just grab this. There we go. I'm gonna put on a little gloss, porque ya tú sabes que I like a little lip gloss action. This is ColourPop's Sun Soaked, in case you're wondering. I just feel like it completes the look. Now we're ready to eat in our living room and look all glam. Of course, you can do your hair however you want. I just put it up in a bun because I honestly need to wash it, so I probably will wash it tomorrow. But this is it for the finished look. I'm trying not to make this a boxycharm video, but I just need to say that I like both of my boxycharm boxes. I feel like this was an incredible box. Both of them were really, really good. 10 out of 10. I liked every single item that I got in the box. I don't have any complaints at all. So just in case you were wondering what I thought about my items. And I was really impressed with that Illamasqua eyeshadow palette. And I'm also really impressed with this lash glue liner thing from Kiss. I feel like they make the best eyelash glue and it's not irritating at all. And I feel like anyone can use it. Of course, this would not be hygienic to use on other clients and stuff like that, but if it's on yourself, I feel like this is going to be a great way to do eyeliner. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned some fun tips and tricks, and let me know what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving, what your guys' plans are, and if you guys are doing any Cyber Week shopping, let me know what you guys are going to be getting, what you guys are thinking about getting. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me know that too, and I'd be glad to help you guys out. And that is all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and for joining me and just listening to me, whether if you had me in the background or actually watched. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And if you guys like these talk through videos where I'm just like sharing with you guys what I'm doing as I'm doing it and talking to you guys about products and random stuff in life, then let me know and maybe I will continue filming them because I actually really like it. That's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving and I can't wait for Christmas because we have some great things planned. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then.